Take a whole share of embroidery floss from the thread board. Each share consists of 6 smaller strands, which can be divided into individual strands as needed. Thread the divided embroidery floss through the needle like this, ensuring one end is longer than the other, and tie a knot at the longer end. Now you're ready to start embroidering. If double-stranded thread is required for the embroidery, you can take out 1 or 2 strands and thread them through the needle. Align the 2 ends of the thread. Fold the thread in half. Tie a knot at the ends, thus forming a double or quadruple strand for embroidery. This pattern uses a 2-strand satin stitch. Embroider straight lines between 2 points, placing each stitch next to the previous one, and repeat until the pattern is filled. Here uses a 4-strand feather stitch. The needle emerges from the fabric and is then inserted on the opposite side without pulling the thread too tight. It emerges again. The thread loops over the needle and is pulled snug. Repeat to complete the stitch. Here a 4-strand coral stitch is used. Bring the needle up. Take a stitch forward without tightening the thread too much. Twist the thread. Then bring the needle up again, looping the thread over and pulling it tight. Repeat this process. Use a 4-strand chain stitch here. Bring the needle up, then reinsert it close to the previous stitch without tightening the thread completely. Hold the thread with your left hand. Bring the needle up above the pattern, loop the thread over the needle, and pull gently to form an arch. Insert the needle close to this stitch and repeat. Here uses a 4-strand buttonhole stitch. Bring the needle up. Insert it into the fabric at this point without fully tightening the thread. Then loop the thread over the needle after it emerges and pull snug. And repeat. These knots use a 6-strand French knot stitch. Bring the needle up. Hold the thread with your left hand and wrap it around the needle once. Insert the needle close to where it emerged and gently pull the thread to form the knot, ensuring not to tighten it too much at the end so it remains full. Here a 3-strand outline stitch is used. Bring the needle up. Take a forward stitch without tightening the thread fully, Then bring the needle back up midway between the two stitches. Pull tight and repeat. When moving backwards, the needle should emerge in front of the midpoint, not behind, and maintain a consistent stitch direction. Here uses a 2-strand satin stitch with line 11. Here uses a 2-strand satin stitch with line 08. Here uses a 2-strand satin stitch with line 11. This section uses a 1-strand outline stitch with line 07. The eyes are done with a 2-strand French knot stitch with line 07. Here uses a 2-strand satin stitch with line 03. Here uses a 1-strand outline stitch with line 08. And here uses a 2-strand satin stitch with line 05. Here uses a 2-strand chain stitch with line 04. And here, a 2-strand chain stitch is used with line 10. Here uses a 2-strand satin stitch with line 06. Here uses a 4-strand feather stitch with line 11. This part uses a 3-strand buttonhole stitch with line 09. Here uses a 2-strand outline stitch with line 01. Here a 2-strand coral stitch is used with line 01. Here uses a 6-strand French knot stitch with line 01. These knots are all done with French knot stitch, embroidered according to the thread strands and colors specified in the instruction diagrams.